Hello Scorpio, so I'm doing your bonus weekly reading for November the 16th to the 23rd. I'm going to take a look at your situation. We'll look at what is helpful for you right now, or the potential actions that you should take that are going to be helpful for you, and of course how it is all likely going to play out. Now, timestamps in the description box below as usual. I don't know how much you can hear through the microphone, but we are currently there's still a storm that's going on here in the UK at the moment. There's a lot of noise that's going on, so I can only apologise for that. Your reading, it is likely going to get interfered with through noise and stuff. I've got so much debris that is getting blown down both the chimneys at the moment, and it's all, you know, you can probably hear it all going on. Right, so let's get to your reading. We'll ignore everything that's going on right now and we'll focus on your read, okay? The dog and loyalty. And it says you may be feeling like those around you let you down or are not doing their fair share of work. This comes as a reminder that loyalty exists and you must not settle for anything less. You deserve better than mixed signals. Okay. That one came out squiffy, as you would have noticed. It's time for you to reevaluate who or what you're loyal to, okay? Misplaced loyalty. That's the meaning of the dog coming out squiffy. You specifically have got misplaced loyalty. You're demonstrating loyalty towards a person or a thing. It could be a thought, an unhelpful thought, you know, unable to budge away from that unhelpful thought, therefore demonstrating loyalty to an unhelpful thought. It could be a career. Are you loyal to a career that, quite honestly, is taking the fucking piss, right? It's time for you to reevaluate why you're loyal to the certain things or certain people that you're loyal to, okay? And to pull back, all right? The dog coming out squiffy is indicating it's time for you to start distancing yourself from these unhelpful, disloyal ways of doing things or career or whatever this is specifically about for you, okay? It's time to put some distance here. Yeah, let's take a look at your rune. I'm just getting a little bit worried because things are really picking up speed outside. I think this is going to get quite bad. We've been quite lucky actually, because where we live, it's in the valleys, and it's generally quite sheltered because it's in a valley, and we tend to dodge a lot of the damage that storms bring in. We're not dodging it this time. We're not dodging it. It feels like we're right in the heart of it. So, yeah, it's a little bit concerning. Right, your runes. Otala, which is rune of the home, rune of the homestead. And it says home stability, well-being and property. Okay, so this one offers you additional protection for your home, your family, your property. Fuck me, I think I could do with some of that right now. Yeah, I'm not holding out any hope for our roof. Let's just put it that way. And Vanaheim, gifts from the fertile lands and blessings. Okay, so, I mean, it's a beautiful combination. You have one place and one rune. Now, Vanaheim, this one is, it's the, let me see if I can get this correct. It's the home of the Vanir deities, okay? So the Vanirs, again, if I remember this correctly, that's why I paused and I was like, who's that again? It's the Druids, I believe, okay? They were more sort of druidic in nature. They lived in harmony with the earth, with the land. They worked with the land rather than against it. They worked with the nature rather than trying to dominate nature, right? They were in harmony with their surroundings, basically. That was the Vanir. Now, Vanheim is a very natural place, and therefore, because it's natural, it doesn't have structure. Okay, the only structure is the structure that nature itself creates, right? So think of the most druidic place you can think of, with the most druidic people that you can think of, and that's going to be Vanaheim, okay? Now, the meaning of this message is showing respect for the natural order of things and showing respect for nature in general. It's all about remembering the cyclical nature of the very planet that we live on, the cyclical nature of everything and everyone that also inhabits this cyclical planet that we all live upon, right? It's honouring your cycles, honouring what part of the cycle that you're in specifically right now. And then when you combine, I don't know what is going on with me today. Worry and anxiety mostly, but there's something else going on. When you combine, there we go. When you combine these two messages together, we're seeing a picture of strong roots in the moment that you're currently living in, right? So think about the point in your life that you're at right now. You are exactly where you're supposed to be, right? If you're one of these individuals that is afraid to put down roots for whatever reason, maybe you moved around a lot as a kid, right? Or maybe there were other things going on where you could never really feel like you could get close to anyone, make good friends with anyone, okay? There could be a whole multitude of different reasons behind this inability or just not wanting to put down strong roots, right? This is going to be your time to start putting down those strong roots, because the combination of these two is very, very positive. It does indicate that there are blessings that are coming in for you. But again, here's the thing, right? With general reads, well, with YouTube readings in general, you've got to use your discernment, okay? Be smart about it. Blessings don't just fall out of the sky from nothing, okay? What we're seeing is you have done the work. You have been respectful where possible. You have been respectful of the cycles. You have been working with nature, okay? And it's like karmic rewards for a job well done off of the back of the hard work that you've already been putting in, right? And those karmic rewards are coming through via protection for you, protection for your home, protection for your family. There's also a message here of inheritance as well. Again, be careful. This is a general reading. If you know that you're in line to receive some form of inheritance, then you know that the next thing that I'm going to say is meant for you. If you're one of these like me and you're like, I actually don't have anything like that, there ain't nobody leaving me anything, then obviously it's not going to be applicable for you, okay? I am a Scorpio as well. I'm triple Scorpio, Taurus moon, Capricorn Mars. You guys know this, right? That's not going to be my message, so that's fine. I'm not reading for myself anyway. I'm just saying that to make a point, okay? These messages are not going to be for everyone. If you know that you're in line for some sort of inheritance, that's coming through. Now, I don't see exactly when that's coming through, but I am seeing that you're going to be putting that immediately into your home, okay? Could be in the form of buying a home, could be in the form of beautifying a pre-existing home that you live in, fixing it up or anything like that, okay? And it feels like you're receiving it with there's no strings attached, okay? It's literally, it's a gift, it's for you, right? That there's nothing bad here. Now, it could also be as well that, like, because someone doesn't have to pass on in order to give you an inheritance, okay? Yes, sometimes it works that way, obviously. Not always, okay? It doesn't always have to be, you know, someone dies first and then you get the inheritance. And I'm saying that because I feel like you're getting this quite soon, and I feel like you're getting this early, if that makes any sense at all, okay? Is literally the combination of these two. It's a very beautiful energy, right? And it's like nobody has had to suffer in order for you to receive these blessings. Do you know what I mean? Because it's Otala with Vanaheim, right? Now, in terms of your own creativity, again, very, very strong energies, okay? Like this week, take advantage of your creative ideas and inspirations, and they're going to come out of nowhere as well. And I'm getting the impression that you're going to have a lot of creative ideas and not enough time to implement them all. Okay. So you are going to have to pick and choose. Okay, well, which one of these ideas should I start working on first? Right. It's you being really, really thoughtful about everything and doing everything with purpose. It's like whenever an idea comes into your head this week, then the next immediate thought after that idea is going to be, to what end? To what end? Right? So, beautiful energies. Let's take a look at your healing crystal. I'm going to leave Otala, maybe, if it'll let me. I'll leave Otala up there for you. You might also as well, for, again, not all of you, because we're all in like different timelines, we're all in different areas as well. This week is going to be a very real opportunity for you to do something with the land. Okay, I'm seeing somebody like setting up a homestead, something like that, and doing it consciously because they're wanting to work in harmony with the land, okay, and making it work for them and being respectful of like the animals and the ecology, for example, that is already within that particular environment. I'm seeing a lot of that's going on as well. A lot of like gardening and, you know, stuff like that's going on with this combination, because we've got this very natural energy, and then we've got home and homestead, okay, and family. So yeah, it's possible, again, just to tie this in with the dog and loyalty. Number one, there might well be somebody within your family, as in like blood relatives, who assume that you're supposed to be loyal to them no matter what they do, right? Even though they do the most awful things, they're fully expecting 100% loyalty off of you. So there's that one. There's also this other message of like you're receiving mixed signals, or you're not getting loyalty from a career or a job, right? And then the only thing that's keeping you there is your loyalty to your home and your family and making sure that they're all okay. It's kind of like you putting up with a serious amount of bullshit because like your home or your family is dependent on it, right? So I'm hoping that there's going to be some sort of answers that come through during your reading pertaining to that, okay? Because I don't tend to leave the readings open-ended. I like to make sure that all the answers come out, but also I can't give you that information right now because I've only got 3 cards. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to sit here and make guesses. If I'm not seeing it, I'm not going to say it, right? It really is that simple. So hopefully we will get all of that information out as we're going through the tarot. Right now I need to take a look at your healing crystal, because oftentimes you will find that the healing crystals provide a lot of answers. Right, can you have a healing message, a healing crystal for Scorpio, please? Ooh, it's not the energy that's doing that, it's me. I love this deck. I really struggle to use it though. I genuinely do. Beautiful messages, beautiful pictures on there as well. It's just a shape, and the cardstock is really hard to work with. But until they redesign this deck as a rectangle, and I know I complain about it every time I do your reading. It's just in case there's anyone new here and they're like, the fuck? What are you doing with that deck? Well, that's what I'm doing with that deck. Okay, I've never heard of this one before, and I'm definitely going to screw up how to pronounce this. The Golden Enhydroherchma. Now, I've heard of Herchmas, and I know the word golden. It's that middle one, Enhydro. I have no idea what that is. I've never heard of that before. I've never seen them before. So let's find out together what this one is. Sunshine, vitality and joy. Nice. Containing floating gold liquid. Golden Enhydroherchma is named after the oil suspended within the crystal. Oh, so that's oil. That's kind of spooky. So I wonder then, if you have one and you sort of jiggle it, does the oil move about in there? Rare and possessing wisdom from the Himalayas where it's found, this stone stimulates the third eye and enhances intuition and connection to the universe. Golden Enhydroherchma promotes gender fluidity and acceptance. Okay, so that's about your internal divine feminine and divine masculine, okay, which is like your yin and your yang, your left and your right, your positive and your negative, okay? Do not, for fuck's sake, turn it into anything political. I am telling you now, because it ain't that, okay? That's not where it's at, right? Please do not bring that shit to my comments at all. You will get banned immediately, I promise you, right? It's about your internal yin, yang, feminine, masculine, right? Positive, negative, as I've said. The trick is, there are positive things in life, there are negative things in life, right? We, as humans, are capable of good things, and we are also capable of bad things, right? When you're on about the feminine and the masculine principles, that is real simple. Masculine principle is the principle of doing. The feminine principle is the principle of being. Right? The trick is not to get stuck, hooked on, or caught up in either one of these polarizations at any moment in time. The trick is to do a little dance in between the two. Okay? You balance, harmonize, and utilize both of these aspects of yourselves. Right? Within yourself. Simplified. Assisting in transitions and connecting with one's healing wounds or gender, as in the polarizations, the internal polarizations. Strongly tied to the solar plexus, Golden Enhydroherchma can clear out emotional baggage from many lifetimes, live out loud and proud. And it's associated with Sagittarius and the sun energy, right? It's possible you have a strong Sagittarius placement in your own chart, okay? You might be a Sagittarius Venus, a Sagittarius moon. Either way, those placements are going to be taking the spotlight this week. And you want to know what that one's all about? It's all about your own philosophies and your own philosophies in life. Your own beliefs. Your own values. It's you questioning everything, right? It's you seeking out some sort of higher learning. It could be you're seeking out knowledge and wisdom and information about spirituality, right? There is a strong identity here that you have with spirituality, and you're being encouraged to pursue that further. You're being encouraged to philosophize on that. Okay, all the while, that's going to help you to balance out and harmonize your own internal polarizations. Okay? Sunshine, vitality, and joy indicates that this week, it's going to be a very good week. Okay, even in spite of the fact that you had loyalty that came out squiffy, even in spite of other things that's going on in your life right now, it's going to be a bloody good week. It really is. Okay, right, let's take a look. Now, I don't know if this is going to work. I've never done the reading this way before, so if you just bear with me. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I'll see if it'll let me shuffle one more time. Right, we're taking this one. And then I'm going to go there and there. Again, I don't know if this is going to work, okay? You just have to bear with me a minute. When I'm doing the pre-shuffle, right before the readings, I wait for instructions on how that particular read is going to be done. So that this is what they said. 1, 2, 3. Right. Again, I've never done it that way before. Right, situation. Connections, building bridges between people. Contact those who can help you. Your actions set you up for the next opportunity with the cat, mystery, magic and luck. Scorpio, the situation this week is calling for you to make connections with people. It's asking for you, little hiccup, to build bridges rather than just burning them, okay? Like, absolutely, yes. At some point this week, you are likely going to be burning bridges with a certain person, right? The dog and loyalty coming out squiffy, right? For me, that's about as simple and as clear as what it gets. You are definitely going to be burning bridges with someone, right? For the most part, you're going to be building bridges. You're going to be building bridges with new people, making new connections. And I feel here that there is a very fortuitous connection that you're going to be making. Right? Now, I don't know who with or anything like that. I'll take a look into that in a minute. They're saying here that it's a very significant connection that's going to set you up in the future for very specific purposes. Okay? There's mystery, magic and luck that's going on this week. So, let's take a look into that one. Can you tell us more about these connections? Should we do the negative first and then we'll do the positive? Because I have to practice what I preach. Right. So the first thing we're going to ask is what bridges are getting burnt by Scorpio this week. And then we'll ask what bridges are being created. Right. So what bridges is Scorpio burning this week? Someone's saying I'm not burning it, I'm blowing it up. Well, okay. Okay. I believe you. I do believe you. The Page of Swords, another page, Page of Pentacles, and the Sun. For what bridges you're burning? Oh, that's an interesting one. Because on the surface, these three are considered more sort of positive cards with positive energies attributed to them. We've got the card of the detective, the card of the student, and then the most positive card in tarot. So the bridges that you're currently burning, you're glad of it. You're glad of it. Whenever two pages come out next to each other like that, it can indicate that there are a couple of friends who are fighting in amongst themselves. So the bridges that you burn, or the bridge that you burn in this week, it pertains to one of your friends that you have clocked is not your friend at all. They've been spying on you behind your back the whole time. They've been reporting back to someone else the whole fucking time. And it's showing me that instead of you getting into an argument with this person, you're just cutting them off and you're glad of it. And I feel with the overall positive nature of these energies, that you've kind of been waiting for an excuse to burn that particular bridge. And this person is now giving you the excuse that you were technically waiting for. So this energy is saying it's no skin off my nose. It's doing me a favor. Like them behaving in that way, it's doing me a favor because it's making my job a lot easier. The fact that I'm going to have to cut this fucker off. That's what it's telling me there. Okay, so that's the bridges that you're burning. So there's no love lost there. Now let's take a look at the positive and the bridges that you're building this week. So what bridges is what bridges is building Scorpio? That was an interesting almost slip up. What bridges is Scorpio building this week, please? What connections are they making this week? Okay. Ooh, the Six of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Interesting. Strangely enough, Scorpio, it's either a person or a skill from your past that you're building a new bridge with. Because that Six of Cups is past energy. Let me just clarify that one. What is this Six of Cups here for the bridges that Scorpio's building this week? So a skill, a hobby, or a person from the past. Yeah, Ace of Cups. They're not really answering that one for me, I'm afraid, Scorpio. So again, you're going to have to fill in the blanks there for yourself, okay? But it's showing a very loving, very caring, very optimistic energy. Very, very spiritual also, because Cups, while it can be romantic, it can also be deeply, deeply intuitive and spiritual and empathic as well. There's something here to do with love and caring, empathy and compassion, right? So again, take it as it resonates. It could be if you're interested in working within like a caring profession, right? A healing profession. It could be within the spiritual world, or it could be like a doctor, nurse, surgeon, something like that, okay? It's something to do with looking after other people, caring for other people, right? Helping to heal and uplift other people, helping others through their recovery. It's that kind of thing. And it's something that you used to be interested in doing in the past, okay? There's an opportunity this week for you to make those connections, for you to build those bridges, for that ambition that you had in the past, and those connections to be made, so that you can see that particular ambition into your own physical reality, right? It's like the connection that you make with a certain person this week that might well be a water sign, another Scorpio, Pisces or Cancer, but it doesn't have to be. They can help get you to where it is that you're wanting to go. It's also showing me that where that's not appropriate, right? because again, not all the messages are for everyone, then it could well be about romantic love. Definitely, yes, it absolutely can be. Okay, meeting a very special person this week. So again, take it as it resonates, because you're going to know if your energy's open to that. Okay, if you're one of these that sits at home and never goes anywhere, never speaks to anyone, never does anything, then obviously that's not just going to happen. Okay, it's going to require effort on your part. Right? So if you're already putting in the work, already making yourself available to come into contact with romantic love, because that's what you're wanting, then that's definitely the results that's coming in. If you're not like talking to anyone or doing anything like that, then obviously you can disregard that message. Okay, because if your energy is not available, then it's not going to come through, right? It really is that simple. If you are one of these that sort of sits at home and you know, doesn't associate with anybody, but you're wanting love, then this energy is saying, okay, Scorpio, then this is going to be the week for you to get yourself out there, because this is going to be the optimum time for you to do exactly that. Okay? So yeah, take it as it resonates, for real. Like, so often I see comments and they're like, oh, well, this never happened, or this is never going to happen. And it's like, well, why? Why? Because when you think about it, the universe responds to us, to our thoughts, to our actions, right? We got to start taking accountability for our own shit. Right, so what is helpful for you this week, or the possible actions that are going to be helpful for you to take this week? Again, take it as it resonates. Authority. Clashes with the boss or a challenge to your power will compel you to respond. Choose peaceful solutions if you can. And the Witch. Inspiration, moderation, and courage. Right? So your helpful actions this week, Scorpio, again with that shit-eating grin. Unfortunately, yes, if you're not in the position to jack in your job or to tell your asshole boss to stick it where the sun don't shine, then unfortunately you are going to find yourself having to put up with a bit more of the bullshit from them. Okay? Until you can find a reasonable replacement for that, you might have to stick it where you're currently at. Okay, where this is about like an unhappy job situation, right? Now, for everyone else where that is not applicable, the helpful actions you could take this week is for you to be courageous, and for you to initiate something new by using your universe-given authority. Okay? Can you tell us more about helpful actions for Scorpio to take, or energy that is helpful for Scorpio to take advantage of this week? A Fool, yeah. Starting something new. So I'm going to take you back to the first message there. If you're one of these that's in a situation at a career where your boss has been an asshole and you can't quite yet tell them to stick it, this week, and I says, make sure that you've got a suitable replacement first before you tell them to GTFO. By the time this week is out, you will find said suitable replacements. Okay? It's a brand new beginning. Surrender, release, letting go. Starting anew, starting afresh. And it's to do with those new connections that you're making. Interesting. What else for Scorpio? That's going to work for Scorpio. Oh. Empress. Let me just see if there was anything that flipped over. Right. It's Empress, divine feminine energy. Remember what I said about the feminine energy, which is the state of being, right? The Nine of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Standing up for yourself, standing up for your way of life, right? And then you're creating something new here with this Ace of Wands. You're definitely manifesting something new. Taking back your power. Because it means a lot to you. When you take a stand, people will listen. They will listen. Was this Ace of Wands? The Scorpio. This is going to be the perfect week for you guys to start something new. The perfect week to start something new. Knight of Pentacles reversed. No more sitting on your hands. Okay. This one's saying no one else is going to do the work for you, because we're clarifying the Ace of Wands under the context of Empress, Nine of Wands. You're being told, Scorpio, no one else is going to do the work for you. Right? Whatever you're unhappy with this week, take action to change it or improve it. Okay? No more sitting on your hands and doing nothing about it. This is absolutely the best week for you to start something new. Ace of Wands, Empress, the Fool, authority. Like, there is no better week to start something new than this week. Okay? Right, how it's likely going to play out. Ooh, I wasn't expecting that one. I felt like I was just molested there. my eyes were just suddenly molested. Real passion. Stop wasting time in dead-end jobs and find your true passion. It is fine to experiment, but don't settle for less than you truly deserve. So it's one of those cards where the illustration doesn't quite match up with the sentence. Okay, there is a bit of a disconnect here that's going on. So yeah, obviously, for those of you who are interested in human contact, should we say, just to keep it clean, again, this is going to be the optimum week for said human contact, providing you're making yourself and your energy available to encourage that in. Okay? Career-wise, it's time. It's time. Clearly, right from the get-go, clearly somebody is deeply, deeply unhappy, possibly depressed, very stuck where they're currently at career-wise. It's time to use that as fuel. Use that as fuel to start making new connections so that you can then launch a new project or a new career path. And then you've got the theme, ritual, protection and power. So this one is a magical tool, okay, used in rituals. Cutting ties rituals, protection rituals. Everything about this energy is saying, Scorpio, you will be reclaiming your power. You're becoming unstuck. You're unstucking yourself. And if you say that fast enough, it sounds like something else. And yes, it means that too. You are unfucking yourself as well. Abso-friggin-lutely. Ten of Cups, Wheel of Fortune and the Lovers. Yeah. For how it's likely going to play out, it's going to be the single best move that you ever made. In a nutshell. Takes you straight towards your Ten of Pentacles. Ultimate happiness, completion, fulfillment, safety, security, love, family. Wheel of Fortune. A significant and lucky turn of events here. And then you've got partnership. Yes, sometimes the lovers can be a choice. I'm not feeling that this is a choice per se for you specifically. I feel that this is saying that you have a significant individual that is right by your side. If they're not in your life right now, they're coming in, because we've already seen that. They're going to stand by your side. They're going to be supportive of you. They're going to support you through absolutely everything. You've got fortune, luck, karma working in your favor, but also in your Ten of Pentacles favor as well, which could be a symbol for your home, your Otala, your family. Okay? Wow. At the bottom of the deck, you've got the High Priestess. Your intuition, your discernment, your quiet contemplation. You want to know what else the High Priestess signifies? Self-mastery. It's the counterpart to the Hermit. It's self-mastery. It's this peaceful, quiet knowing and understanding. It's you seeing everything that's going on around you, and you're under no illusions whatsoever. This is you 100% trusting your own intuition. We do not say that just to fill the airwaves, okay? Your intuition is your best friend. You need to listen to it and trust it fully, wholly and completely. Your intuition will never, ever, ever lead you astray. And this week, your intuition, it really is your guiding star. It's your guiding light. Yeah, see, Six of Swords and Nine of Cups. Someone knows deep down that as soon as they start processing everything, as soon as they start putting distance between themselves and whatever it is that's making them deeply unhappy after they've processed it, they move straight towards their Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. Happiness. Someone here knows that they're going to be very, very happy once they start coming out of that energy of feeling stuck. Healing deck. Let's take a look. You have a healing message for Scorpio, please. I always find that some of the best decks that I own are the more difficult decks to handle because they tend to put funky ass shapes on them. Right, so your first message. If you want to experience a deeper level of love in your relationship or relationships, you must both consciously and willingly surrender to one another, feel and honor the sacred within each other, be vulnerable and give yourself up to love each and every moment. In doing so, you will unite in love, you will feel alive, reborn with each breath. One loving thought can create a world of infinite love. Yeah, so again, another signifier that you're not doing this alone, Scorpio, okay? So again, if you are currently single, then it's very, very likely that you're not going to be single for much longer. And then you've got this beautiful Sun card. And it says, from your soul's perspective, this life is just a page in the never-ending story where you and those around you all have a specific role to play. Yet remember, this role is not the real you, for you're much more than just your personality and your current circumstances. Your true immortal self cannot be defined. Okay. So it's a reminder that your job doesn't define you, or your lack of employment doesn't define you. Your bank account doesn't define you. Okay, other people's opinions, that doesn't define you. All right. What defines you is on a much, much deeper level than all of that. And this week, it definitely indicates that you're on this journey of true self-discovery, right? Beautiful. Yeah, just for a bit of a laugh, let's take a look at the shitty deck. Again, don't take this deck too seriously, okay? It's just a little bit of fun at the end of your reading. Right. If life gives you shit, make fertilizer and use it to help you grow. Interesting. So, yeah. It kind of feels like you're starting off this week where a situation's unfolding and you're like, shit, this is really bad. This is going to be a total disaster. But then closer towards the end of the week, you're going to be like, you know what, I'm really glad that happened there at the start of the week, because if that hadn't have happened, then this wonderful opportunity right here, I wouldn't have that. I'd still be stuck in that other old awful ass situation. Do you know what I mean? It feels like that. Sometimes you have to follow your brain because your heart's dumb as shit, but sometimes you have to follow your heart because your brain's full of shitty thoughts. So it's asking for you to get your head and your heart in alignment with each other, okay? But yeah, that is what I have for you guys today. I genuinely hope that reading has been helpful. For personal readings with me, my website is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.